Hello, everybody. All right. So it's been a crazy, crazy day. Yes. Okay. So I just hopped off of one stage and on to another. All right. So here we are. Today's Thursday. And today I'm going to talk about the truth about building your coaching or consulting business. This actually really could go for any business. And this topic came up for me recently in talking with a few potential clients. So I wanted to put something out there for you all to marinate on. Hello, hello. Hey, Dr. Moss. Okay, so feel free to drop your questions or your comments into the chat and we can discuss them here live, or if you're watching the replay, I'll respond to your comments. Just let me know if you're a part of the live crew or the replay crew. We're going to go ahead and get started. So I am just going to go ahead and say this. Hey, thanks for joining. Okay, so entrepreneurship isn't for everyone, period. So entrepreneurship isn't for everyone. And I truly feel like right now we are in a time where entrepreneurship is being glorified. And, I'm all for I love being an entrepreneur and, I wouldn't trade anything for like the world, right? I love being an entrepreneur. But I mean, people are actually out here putting people down for going to work, telling people not to go to work. And I'm like, why? Like, why are you saying that? Like, why are you doing this? So, if you haven't learned or gathered by now, I'm extremely sarcastic and I keep it real. Like, I may be quiet, but I am extremely sarcastic. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. So, I'm looking at these people because the majority of all entrepreneurs, and I mean the vast majority, had a job prior to and while they were building their business, right? These are facts, right? So unless you were born in an entrepreneurial family or you purchased a company or received a huge lump sum of money somehow, you had a job at some point. So you had to pay your bills. This really gets on my nerves, and as you can tell, I'm like really passionate about it. It gets on my nerves because first of all, people have to make a living to take care of themselves and their families. That's first and foremost. Second, entrepreneurship isn't for everybody. It's just not. So you may have a little side hustle here or there. And I would even say that that really isn't for everybody either. Like the same people will be telling people not to go to work, but yet you trying to hire people. Like, you mean the same people you told not to go to work? Like, okay. Like, I don't know. Listen, there's nothing wrong with working a 9 to 5 because sometimes people just want to do what they want to do, or what they have to do, I should say, and go home. And yes, you have to ask for permission off. You probably, can't go do stuff in the middle of the day. But what entrepreneurs don't talk about is all the stuff they had to do in order to get to where they are now, right? That's the part that's not talked about. All you see is like people taking vacations and getting these fancy things, but you don't see all the steps in between, right? All you see is the end result. You never see behind the scenes, especially on social media, right? Because people want you to see what they want you to see. So, like people talk about, living these lavish lifestyles, right? They talk about living lavish lifestyles, but did you ask them what they sacrificed in order to get there, right? And if you're listening to people selling a pipe dream, telling you that you aren't going to have to work hard to get to where you want to be, I mean, I'm looking at them like, okay, so who are you fooling? Yourself? I mean, I don't know. So the reality is, in order to get the freedom and income that you seek, you are going to have to do the things that you don't love doing. That's the reality. You're going to have to do the things that you don't love doing, and you're going to have to do them for a while. Not like weeks, not like months. We are talking years, right? So because your business goes through seasons, right? Changes, growing pains, with each new level that you achieve, right? Each new level comes with different challenges, different lessons, different wins, different sacrifices, right? I'll be the first one to tell you that it's not easy, right? Why do you think like 80% of businesses fail in the first year? Because people think because they're the boss, stuff is just going to magically be different. No, all the things that you weren't doing, all the times you complained about your coworkers not doing their job, your boss not doing their job, guess what? You have to do their jobs too. So, not just your job. And I don't think people realize that in order to be an entrepreneur, you have to do the things that you don't love for quite a while so that you can ultimately do the things that you do love, right? That's how it works. You have to make sales, you have to do marketing, you got to do HR, you got to do strategy, you got to do website development. You name it, you have to do it because you're building your business. You're building your business, right? The key word here is build. I didn't say turnkey, I said build, right? So if you don't want to build anything, invest in a franchise or sign up to be an assistant coach for another coach, right? Bottom line is you can't skip the building step if you want an actual business. You just can't. So many coaches will tell me what they don't want to do, right? I'm like, I know. But are you going to do it to get to where you really want to be? And I always laugh when people tell me what they don't want to do. I'm just like, okay, well, who's going to do it? Because it's got to get done, right? So, I just feel like we're so quick to hire people that we can't afford because we're really just circumventing the truth. Then you don't want to pay for the help that you need, right? You don't want to pay for the help that you need to take your business to the next level. I don't know. I mean, listen, guys, in order to be able to not do the things that you like don't want to do, you're going to need to set those tasks outside of your zone of genius up with systems so that they are delegatable, right? You're going to have to set those tasks up that are outside of your zone of genius with systems so that they're delegatable. Hopefully you guys got that. I don't know if you did, right? Which means you're going to have to know how to do them, and you're going to have to do them to be able to do that. But I'm in a certain season in my business. Well, different seasons in each of my businesses. They're in different seasons, right? Hello. And it's very, very interesting where I'm at the different parts of my business. But I'm in a season now in my coaching business where my talents, my experience, my learned skills are required for building my coaching business. And this is where I think people don't want to admit. They are afraid, and they aren't honest with themselves. So they stay stuck, right? You're going to go through seasons where only your zone of genius is required because you built up to a certain point. And so now you can steer the ship, right? Hi. But when you are in the building phase, instead of just steering the ship, you're repairing it, you're cleaning it, you're telling the crew what to do every single day, right? Hopefully that makes sense, right? But when you have gotten past that phase and you're in a different season of your business, now you can steer the ship, right? You're just setting the trajectory and you're getting your crew safely to the destination, right? But truthfully, if you want a successful coaching or consulting business, you're going to have to build it. You're going to have to build it. So you can say what you're not going to do, what you don't want to do, but it doesn't change the fact that it just needs to get done. And it won't change the fact either that you really don't know how to do it, right? We have to be honest with ourselves, really be honest with ourselves. Again, the key word here is build. It is build. So, what I would say to you is that if you're not where you want to be in your business, what are you doing to intentionally build it, right? What are you doing with intention, right? If you're in a season of trying to grow your business, you're in a season of trying to get clients consistently, trying to develop your coaching services, trying to build your brand authority. If you're serious about this being your year, this being the year that you turn your business around, this being the year that you're the number one coach in your niche, right? What are you going to do about it? You can choose to take the steps needed to take your business to the next level, or you can choose to stay right where you are, right? And keep doing the same things. You have a choice. You always have a choice, right? You can choose to stay in your comfort zone and try to create abundance out of scarcity. Or you can step outside of your comfort zone, experience real growth, and experience what true abundance feels like, right? Because if you choose to stay where you are in your coaching or consulting business and change nothing, or keep doing the same things that aren't working, then you are happy with the way that things are. And that, again, that really goes for anything in life. That's how it goes, right? So it means you're happy with your income, you're happy with your current clients, you're happy with your content. So nothing needs to change. If nothing changes, nothing changes. That's how it works. So if you don't intentionally build, then you don't build. That's just how it works. So I wanted to pause for questions. I'm gonna see if anybody had any questions. I'm just keeping it real today. Keeping it real today with you guys. Any questions at all? Any comments? I don't know who needs to hear this, but I'm putting it out there in the ether for everybody to hear because I feel like it needs to be said. I'm not going to be the coach to tell you that it's easy and all you're going to be doing is laying on the beach drinking mojitos, getting clients when you didn't take the steps to intentionally build your business. I'm not going to tell you that, right? Not going to say it. So hopefully that's helpful. If you guys have any questions now, or if you're watching the replay and you have questions, please feel free to drop your questions into the comment section, or you can feel free to send me a DM. You can DM me on Instagram. I'm at I_simply_she. Or if you're watching me on Facebook, I'm at I_simply_she. You can also DM me on all handles at Crystal Vernay. Let's see. So I think that's it, guys. If you're interested in learning more about how you can intentionally build your coaching business, develop a signature program, and attract your ideal clients, then you want to apply for my Brand Builder Blueprint program. You can do that by clicking the link in my bio. It's the first link on Instagram, or if you're watching me on Facebook, it is in the description of this live. Yep. So, hi, Nadine. Thanks for joining. Just wanted to see if anybody had any questions. There's going to be a replay, or I'm going to post this in just a second, so you guys can watch the replay. But we've just been talking about the truth about building your coaching business. Hard truths, guys. Hard truths. So I just want to be a little bit honest with you all today, and make sure that you guys are honest with yourselves. Because I truly think that if you're honest with yourselves, you'll be in a better place, both in your business and in your life. So, all right, guys, with that being said, oh, you're driving and listening. Okay, so I'll do a real quick recap for Nadine. And I just kind of went over the fact that entrepreneurship isn't for everybody, right? It's not for everybody. And, you'll have these gurus out here that are telling you to quit your 9 to 5, don't go to work. But the reality is that most entrepreneurs, unless they were born into an entrepreneurial family or got a large sum of money, they had a job. They had a job first, and typically their business was their side hustle, and then they were able to step away, right? And they're telling people not to go to work, but it's kind of like, people, first of all, entrepreneurship isn't for everybody. Some people want to do what they got to do and go home. And I don't think people realize that in order for them to be able to do the things that they really want to do in life, have the time freedom, go on vacation, spend more time with their family, you got to do the things that you don't love for quite a while before you can do the things that you do love. Uh-oh. I think my audio might have gone out. Can you still hear me? I forgot to put the phone on Do Not Disturb. I might have to end the live and come back. Can you hear me, Nadine? Uh-oh. I think I forgot to do Not Disturb, guys. That's what happens when so audio's gone. All right, guys. So that's it. I'm going to go ahead and end the live. I'm going to post the replay. And I appreciate you all for joining. Take care. And remember, you too can conquer if you slay hard every day.